Honestly, really excited to be giving this update and day in the life type video for you all. Today is my first vlog while in monk mode. I'm really enjoying my time. I feel like it's finally set me free, giving me an excuse to not be too active on my phone, always replying to my friends. Now I can just be me, get on with what I'm supposed to be getting on with, building a career for myself. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these daily vlogs are just for my own purpose as well. I enjoy watching my own videos back a year or so down the line. It might sound a bit strange, but at the end of the day, it's pretty cool to see what I was up to 3 years ago today. I woke up a little bit later than usual today because I went to bed pretty darn late last night. As some of you know, I'm a bit of a night owl. I do my best work at night when there's no distractions around in the house. Obviously I live with the rest of my family, so it can be quite tough during the day and during the evening when everyone's home. Yesterday the daytime was fairly chill, casual work, nothing too intense. Then from about 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. I was doing editing for a video for this channel. Then from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. I was doing other videos, working on TikToks and all that sort of thing. Obviously really not good going to sleep that late, especially when I go to the gym as consistent as I do. But at the end of the day, if that's when I work best, that's how it's got to be. So yeah, just gotten ready for the day. Now I'm going to pack my bag and head to the gym for a lower body session. I'm not sure how I'm going to record this. I don't have a cameraman that comes around with me day to day, and then it's pretty awkward recording in the gym, but we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, on second thought, just before I go, I need to load up the computer just to check on a thumbnail for an upcoming video. I'm currently in the process of looking for a thumbnail designer. If there is anyone from the comment section, reach out to me on Instagram, let me know if you'd be interested. I am looking to bring someone in full time, so if that is of use to you, then let me know. Essentially with my channel, how it works, if it's a pretty simple video and a simple thumbnail design, I'll do it myself. Obviously, running an agency, working with content creators, I do have some video editors, I work with some thumbnail designers, but I do a lot of it myself off my own back. But it's obviously always good to have someone there just in case either I'm not skilled enough to do it, or you know, it's just nice to not always have the workload on yourself. So yeah, I only placed an order with him late last night as expected. I haven't heard back from him yet. He has updated the order and said that I should expect to receive it today, which is great. Now just have to sit tight and keep checking it throughout the day to see when he replies. If he's any good, then I'll offer him the role. But yeah, we'll just have to sit back and see. Honestly, I absolutely hate doing legs, but today was actually a pretty decent session, to be fair. I couldn't really record anything. What I usually do, I'll go do my workout and then afterwards go in the locker room, grab my camera quickly and just do one more set of everything. It just lets me focus a lot more on the workout. But when I went back and got the camera, because I thought, oh, it's dead, it's going to be so good, I'm going to be able to record all my exercises with no bother. It very quickly picked up, and it was honestly way too busy to keep recording. I have just hopped out the shower after getting back from the gym and the barber. I think he might have messed me up though. I think it's just a bit too short for my liking. If you follow me, you'll know I like to have it a little bit messy at the front or just pushed over to one side. But I think it's a bit too short for both of them. So the plan for the rest of the day, I've got to record a few more videos for the reaction channel. Still don't even know what I'm reacting to yet. Might just have to go full Grumio style here, you know. Still don't know what I'm reacting to quite yet, and to be honest, I think a reaction channel is a little bit of a scam. I've done so many reaction videos that haven't been able to go live because they've been blocked by YouTube or the BBC or whoever, and I see the bigger YouTubers like the Sidemen and all these people and that, reacting to the exact same content, they get it public, and I'm like, how is that fair at all? I think that's the best I'm gonna get it. It's a bit too short for my liking, but it looks alright. So a lot of my goals for monk mode are around content creation, working on my agency. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Now we are able to tick off a couple things from the plan today. So I can tick off gym, I'm recording this video now, haircut. That's it for now actually. So we've ticked off 3 of 7 things on the list for today. Not all of them to do with work, some others are just changing my bed sheets and cleaning my room. And now I'm gonna have a little snack from gym because I still haven't eaten today. Jesus, I am white. I'm gonna load up again and check if there's any more updates on the thumbnail. Yeah, so essentially, as I was saying earlier, if it's more of a simple video and a design, I like to do it myself because it's important to keep developing and staying on top of my skills within content. But think how good it's going to be if I can hire people to do those smaller jobs for me, like the thumbnails and all that sort of stuff. Because ultimately, I'm building a business here. I don't want it all to be on my back. I can only take on a very limited amount of creators doing that, especially if they're full-time. They want to be posting, you know, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It can be very, very hectic. Still no update, unfortunately. Hopefully he gets back to me sometime today. He's supposed to deliver it today, so I'm sure he will. But yeah, ultimately, if you can outsource your work, you're laughing, because you're keeping money coming in as the owner of the business, using your employees to obviously work under you and take on some workload with you. It means you can just focus on a lot more of the important things that are going to generate you and the company more money. So bringing in new leads, creating outreach, going on sales calls, and what's going to be more beneficial to the business ultimately. I lose, say, 50-60 pound for one YouTube video edited, which I could have spent the time editing that, let's say 5 hours, because YouTube videos can take very long to edit depending on the content type. I can either spend that amount of money, and in those 5 hours I would have been editing, I can jam pack that time with scheduling more calls with potential creators to sign, which if we sign them, you can be making 4 figures a month. 3 figures, medium 3 figures at the absolute lowest is the current rate with the agency. And ultimately, I know what I'd rather be doing. So for this next little while, I'm going to be doing some outreach for the brand. Essentially, all you do for this, you can do it in so many different ways, okay? You can do cold calling or Instagram DMs, which is what I go for. So all I'm going to do is, if I show you this calendar, those are the current dates. Obviously that does include other bits from my life, like plans I have on that day or appointments, but the goal is to fill it up as much as possible with scheduling calls with the creators for this next 3 weeks until the end of June. Not too exciting to be doing on camera, but essentially all you're doing is finding creators within your niche or whatever agency you run. Find people that are in your niche, restaurants, barbers, funeral services, anything. Ideally you'll have a script which you keep out, look through their current engagement, their followers, could connect you some other creators that you could then message, and you're basically just mass sending out your script, your message. You personalize it a little bit with their name and like maybe their recent videos to give it that personal touch, but ultimately it's literally just doing that, and then whoever gets back to me, amazing, we can move forward and set up a call. If you do run your own agency, a great way within your outreach opener is to connect them to a mutual person that you know, okay? Find a creator that you currently work with, or if you're a new agency, don't worry about that. Follow a well-known creator or brand or business, whatever niche you're in, follow them, say, hey, just stumbled across your profile while looking at this person, compliment them, talk about them, just they know who you are and you're not this random stranger just trying to come along and suck up their money like a mosquito. Slight change of plan. I may have a sales call with a potential lead to sign a new creator in a couple of hours. I'm just waiting to hear back from the creator to see if there's a convenient time slot for today, and then we'll go ahead and get that all booked. Very, very rare you get one set up for the same day, at least in my experience, but I'll cut the outreach and do it. I sent maybe 20 messages for obviously getting a lead. Very, very quick, but yeah, we'll see how that all goes. So I've basically just using this time to make something to eat. As you know, don't really like cooking. I think it's a bit of a waste of time. If you can get your healthy foods in without cooking, great, ideal. But I am just making some rice, so really nothing too fancy, nothing gourmet today. So yeah, new plan is to cut the outreach now. I've completely stopped doing that. I might pick it back up this evening depending if I get the sales call or not, and it's just picking up information and learning more about this potential creator that I could be hopping on the call with. Obviously, being on the call, you've got to be ready to give them an audit of their platforms, and you know, anywhere that they post, you need to be ready with the numbers that they're currently doing compared to how you can improve, give them the strategies, and just see if it makes sense for them to come on board and for us to work with each other. So yeah, just gonna be analysing all what they do and seeing if we will be a good fit. Just popped out for a bite to eat, gonna go grab a burger. I've got both my laptop and obviously my phone with me so I can continue to work while I'm out. It's not seeming too likely that this call is going to go ahead, but the good news is I have heard back from the thumbnail designer. I'm going to go ahead and receive that in the next couple hours. Hopefully when I am back from dinner, I'll give you an update on the thumbnail. Okay, so it's just about 1 AM. I have to be a little quiet because everyone is asleep. I didn't end up hopping on the sales call. It's going to be set up for 3 days time. I have just been spending the last however many hours, honestly I have no idea, somewhere between 6 hours and 9 hours editing this video. I haven't done it fully. I edit in quite a strange way where I go through the video and chop it up with the talking clips and what's going to be used and what's not going to be used, and then I go through it a second and or third time to add in effects, stock footage, music, all things like that. Since editing, I have just been on my phone creating TikToks. I'll show you a couple. You can see my account, 35,000 followers, 14 harsh truths of life, and it's essentially some different photos of me and giving out some advice just on life. Other than that, there's a few little gym videos that I've created that I'll post over the next few days. I just post once a day, so come and follow me on there and check those videos out. I have actually received the thumbnail, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it is dreadful. Like, I absolutely hate it. So the thumbnail is for a video where I announced I was going into monk mode. It's from the original video where I spoke about it and my next 90 days. I sent the designer off a couple different photos to use for the thumbnail and asked for a very simple concept. I received a bit, just a way too over the top dramatic version at first, which I hated. Obviously doesn't look quite as good because I'm recording the screen, but honestly I hated it. The purple bits under the eyes, just way too over the top. So I asked, I got a few revisions, sent on some more references, but still the things like the final results I got back, they're just no good. I'll talk you through why I think that. So here is the final result that I was sent. You can see they've resolved the purple eyes a little bit. The batteries have changed. This looks good to me. I edited the photo myself, me in the gym. My arm is like kind of popping. The battery level looks good. I asked for the green background specifically. It's the left side that I have a lot of trouble with. I wanted to look tired and a bit worn out, hence obviously the dramatic purple eyes, which I did not like. I think there should have been a couple changes to my skin to make it look a bit more broken and, you know, like I'm a bit more just exhausted. Then move on to the battery bar at the bottom where it says 13%. Honestly, if you're just looking at it, you can't even really notice the battery bar. You just see the number 13 and you're thinking, what does that even mean? It blends in perfectly with the colour of my shirt and the background. There's no pop to it whatsoever, and it's just not at all any good. I'm gonna have to get someone else to do it or give it a go myself. I did make, whenever I send it to a new thumbnail designer I've never worked with before, I always send a mock-up, make one myself of roughly how I want it to look, and they just need to add the professional touches to it. It's just annoying because I don't see how something so simple was messed up. I know it's bold of me to sit here and moan about it, and if it's so simple, why don't I do it myself? But it's just annoying when you spend your money, you waste time trying to work with someone, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions, and every single one of them are basically the same, and they're all terrible. And on top of that, I asked for the battery icons to be changed from the original, and the person goes, oh no, my ones are more professional. I was like, bro, whose video is this? But yeah, anyway, I'll stop moaning. Other than that, I have been sat here planning my latest video. So you can see here what I generally do. I'll get whatever video I'm gonna make, get the idea, usually scroll in YouTube, or just if I'm having trouble with something in my life lately, or I've just overcome a trouble, I'll do that. Get the idea, make the title of it on notes on my phone, and I'll just start writing. Whatever comes to my head, I will write until I hit a blockage, and I might watch a similar video for a bit of inspiration, or just keep writing whatever I think until I've got generally what I want to say, got an opener and a closer, clear points, and then over the next day or two I'll slowly refine it and make it more detailed and just a bit stronger vocabulary, and just easier to present in a video. Get a little bit more roughly a script. I don't want to say a script because I don't follow it word for word. It's just a general guidelines to help me get the right words and get the right points across in the video. That's what I've been doing. It has literally just hit 1 AM. Tomorrow I've got a pretty busy day, which now is added a lot more on, having to last minute find a new designer for the thumbnail. Really not ideal. I am going to shoot off to bed once I just finish up these last few bits. If you have watched all the way to this end, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Like, it's so sick. We've got a lot more content coming out these next few months, just on a regular basis, so I hope you stick around and subscribe to see that.